Hello guys, in this video I'm going to attempt to repair this memory stick right here. Okay, you might be thinking what is wrong with it. At this point I have no idea. All that I know is that I've tried it in a few laptops. In some of them it is just not recognized, like it's not even plugged in. And in others, like in this one, the laptop does not even power on with it inserted into the slot. So let's zoom out a bit. My tripod will squeak. Yep, it does that. Should get a better one. If I could actually open up this laptop. This is bad design. As a side note, not having anything to grab onto when it's closed, that's really bad design. Anyway, and it just went off. Let me turn off the light so you can see better. Yep, and it's just charging, but it is unable to power on. So let me just unplug the charger, turn everything off, remove the battery and disconnect the memory. And it's right here. So I will stop the video for a second to set everything up. Okay, when dealing with these sorts of problems, take a really good look at the memory. I've been working with memory sticks for, I don't know, 20 years. And most times you can actually see the fault on the memory when a stick is not working. There are moments when just one of the chips is defective internally and there is nothing physically wrong, and in those cases, yeah, you cannot fix it. You might replace the memory chip, not worth it, you are not sure it's going to work, so yeah. So just take a really good look at it and see if there are any scratches, missing components. And on this one, at least, we see a scratch right there. But that scratch, no, it's not affecting anything. It's just surface, it's not interrupting any of the traces. Yeah, nothing wrong. We have a few scratches on the connector itself, not huge ones. Make sure there are no bridges between these little pads themselves. If there is a bridge, a copper or dirt or whatever, that could cause your problem, but I don't see any in this situation. On the other side, yeah, about the same thing. There are scratches, tiny scratches, but nothing wrong. No, what I've learned somewhat or somehow recently, always look under the label. I've had like this another memory chip. I will link that video in the description. It had corrosion somewhere here in the middle, next to I think it was a resistor or something, exactly under the label. So it looked okay, but if I peeled off the label, yeah, the problem was there. I fixed that and it was working. Another memory chip that I repaired had a few missing legs near a really small component. I remade those tiny legs with a bit of wire. Again, worked. So yeah, as always, try and peel off the label. Sometimes this label will come off in pieces, so yeah, doesn't seem to be the case here. Don't pull on it too strongly, just peel it off like this slowly. That's a capacitor. So what? That actually is a capacitor under this sticker. But where is it from? I don't see a missing one in this area. Okay, let's continue. Maybe it's not even from this memory, because it seems a bit bigger than everything else. Nope, no obvious problems. Really? So, what? A second capacitor, but it doesn't seem to be missing from the board, so it's probably from something else. Lots of sellers have the stupid idea to keep these memory sticks in bins, one on top of the others. So they're just thrown around in bins, and when they search them, they just put their hands, grab a few, throw them away. You will knock off a few components by doing that. So at this point I will stop the video for a short while and try to find if these caps from this label are actually missing from somewhere around here, but I don't think so. And if not, if I can actually see any other problems that might have been hidden by the label itself. So be back in a moment. Okay, so I was unable to find anything obviously wrong with it. I was expecting some knocked down components, some scratched traces. No, it's nothing that obvious. And the two capacitors that we have here are from something completely different, so yeah, we don't really care about them. At this point I'm going to try and attempt and reflow it with a really cheap hot air gun. Yes, it's not a hot air station. We almost have no control over the temperature with this thing. Some flux, it's dead. What could go worse than this? Be still dead? Yeah, so let's see how that goes. I don't have high hopes for this, and let me just show you before I start. You can see maybe in this corner just a bit of delaminating between the layers of this PCB, so this thing had a rough life. I'm not really hopeful that we can help it, but let's try. Nothing to lose. Just wanted to add, this is my first time trying to reflow a memory stick like this, so I have absolutely no idea if it will work or not, and probably I will do it wrong, so I'm expecting some comments in there. Yes, you could do this in your oven. I just do not like the fumes from the solder sticking to the walls of the oven where you actually make your food. So I have all my windows open right here. This place is really well ventilated, and I'm considering this is a better option than in the oven. Yeah, everybody does it like they want. I do it like this. At least I try to do it like this. Okay, this thing is well and properly cooked. As you could see, every single one of these 4 chips actually got to floating, so I was able to move them around, so the solder was melted. Yes, this created lots of fumes. Yes, probably this was heated up more than required. I have zero control over the temperature with this thing. I'm going to let it stay like this for a while, and after it cools down, I'm going to give it a really good clean with alcohol or contact cleaner, then dry it up, then put it in the laptop and just give it a try. this could potentially damage your laptop. So if you are doing this, make sure you take into consideration the fact that you could kill your laptop with a bad memory stick. So it's your choice if you do it or not. If it still doesn't work, I'm going to try and flip it and do the same thing to the other side all over again. If it still doesn't work, this is a capacitor and resistor donor from this point on for other memory chips if I get ones with knocked off capacitors or resistors. So yeah, that's about it. Yes, it appears contact cleaner doesn't clean flux as easily as I thought it would. So for the moment I mostly cleaned the contacts themselves, sorry, because I'm not sure if this actually worked. So I will heat up this thing just so the contact cleaner is gone, so we don't have a short by it, but I don't think it actually does short, because it is contact cleaner. It would not make sense to be conductive, but yeah, I don't want to risk anything, so I will just heat it up a tiny bit, nothing compared to what I did before, and put it in the laptop and see what happens. Hopefully no smoke will come out of anything. If not, we continue. Okay, we actually get something different from what it was before. It tries to power on, but it is unable. So I'm thinking I will actually reflow the other side also. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, this is DIMM B, this is DIMM A. Let me just try in the other slot. So actually no, sorry. Let me show you that it is doing something different in this slot that I've first shown you on, that it was not working, because I didn't realize that this is a B slot, and if it is only populated, this thing might not actually run normally. So look at the lights. It is powering on, it is still on. We have fan spinning, still on. We don't have these lights like they were before when it was shutting off, and only now it shut off, but these lights did not remain on. So it is clearly 100% different. But I was just stupid and didn't realize this is slot B. But maybe that's not the problem, and if I put it in slot A, it will do exactly the same. Yes, I know the battery is still here. Yeah, should not really matter if I only work on the memory and don't short anything else out in here. Again, make sure you clean the contact really well after doing something like this, because you do not want flux in the memory slots, believe me. Okay, and it's in, and I've got no clue what will happen. Okay, on. Fan spin. And I think it will be off once again. Yeah, and it's off. So does not really work. Let me try and add another memory slot in here just for good measure and see what actually happens. But yeah, I think we need to also reflow the other side. I don't think we fixed our problem yet. Nope, doesn't like it. And just for good measure, let me just remove this and show you how this thing should actually power on, even with memory hopefully in B slot. Let's see. Yeah, directly. So clearly not the slot is the problem. Our memory is still not in good shape. It is better than it was. It is not shutting down directly, but it's still not in perfect nick. So we will continue. Okay, as you could see, this thing still does not power on. We should have image by now. So I'm expecting this memory to be actually completely dead. I don't really know, probably it was shorted or something like that. Sometimes during its use. And yeah, that's about it. Nothing else that I can actually do. I know that the way I reflowed it, it's not the best way or the proper way, but I'm thinking if a cracked solder joint was a problem, it should have been fixed by now, and it obviously is not. So probably one of the chips on the memory is actually bad. So yeah, that's it. I have nothing else to do. This is not a big problem because this thing has only 1 gigabyte. So this is 1 gigabyte memory stick, and I will still keep it around because let me just show you. Let's take some other random memory stick. It's not same size, same model, anything. They are completely different, but take a good look at them. I do not know if you can see the numbers on the small resistors right here with 8 legs. It says something like 051 or 150, sorry. The same thing on these ones. And the configuration, it's pretty similar. So if I ever get a memory stick with a component missing, I will come back to this one and use components from it. So yeah, I will still use this thing in the future at some point, but sadly I couldn't fix it now, and it is what it is. Sometimes it works, sometimes it just plain old doesn't. So hopefully in your situation it will work better. If not, well, keep it like I do for hopefully future use. And yeah, that's about it guys for this video. Thank you again for watching. Again, a disclaimer, with this you can actually damage your laptop. It's your choice if you think it's worth it or not. And that's about it. So see you in the next one, and bye.